And here O'Brien from downtown, right between the eyes. A 3-ball, number 3 by Luke O'Brien. Buffs on top now by 27 and 1 assist away from it. Turnover Miami. KJ to the rim. Throw it down with the right hand. 2:15 remaining in Colorado. Rolling.
Well, there's some highlights. Colorado Buffaloes men's basketball team knocking out number 15 Miami in Brooklyn. Great game for the Buffaloes. Nearly a triple-double for Tristan Da Silva. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo Stampede. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Steve Englehart, strength and conditioning coach here at the University of Colorado. First, it's hot as can be inside the thing. We got to get out of there. And by the way, the good news is, Steve and I initially talked about doing this wearing nothing but towels. But the censors and the administration said that was not going to happen. So we got the strength and conditioning coach here for the University of Colorado up in the weight room at the event center. What do we got going on here? What is it?
We got an infrared sauna here, newest edition. We got it for a couple of reasons, for performance, for mental health. I think it's been great. Our student athletes have absolutely loved this thing. It's probably one of the, as they say, the best edition we bought so far in here. I don't know why they didn't like the new treadmill, but they said this one's better.
So number one, how hot does it get? Number two, what's the purpose? How does it affect athletes positively?
It gets up to about 165 degrees.
Wow.
Again, it's an infrared sauna, so it's different than a classic rock sauna, right? It has reading lights. Let's take those off real quick, and we can have different light colors, right? And for different moods,
right.
Seasonal depression. We can have stuff to actually raise your heart rate up. We can also have I think it's a purple to help with inflammation, blue to help with any anxiety or nervousness. So
wow.
It helps out a lot, especially after a practice. You get in and you can stretch in here, or before practice. Usually we say about 10 minutes if you want to do before practice. If we don't have film, let's sit in there. It's got Himalayan salt, jade stone, which Adam will be talking about later. Unbelievable stuff we have here.
So not only is it a thermal, therapy.
Yep.
There's a light therapy aspect.
Yep, it's chromo light therapy. It's
Yeah.
like I said, it's really state of the art with especially with the Himalayan salt for the respiratory, and jade stone for the lymphatic and muscle aches. It's really nice.
And you can see they got a television monitor so you can watch the basketball. We got the women playing right there.
We got the women playing right there. I was actually, watching some film on us against Ione the other day. Tell Coach Boyle that.
An unbelievable addition here to the training facility here at the University of Colorado. By the way, we mentioned up the top, the Buffs get that victory over number 15 Miami. And afterward, we talked with assistant coach Rick Ray.
Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Yeah, I think the first thing that happened was that we got stops. That's the most important thing. But we also were able to defensive rebound. I think we were plus 12 on the glass. And I think our guys were really, really active. We spent all week just talking about guarding the ball, because with this team, they get all of their threes off of penetration and kick. And so it's all about the way you guard the ball. So if you can keep them from penetrating, then you can take away the threes with the kicks. So I thought our guys did a really good job of buying into the game plan, but more importantly, executing the game plan. I don't want to be dismissive here, but when you get 28 assists against some of the teams that we played against, the bye games, you can somewhat understand that. But when you go out and get 28 assists against a team like Miami, that means that you're really sharing the basketball and nobody's buying into the limelight to go out here and, hey, I'm going to go out here and show what I have. But those guys really shared the basketball. And the fact that we didn't have Cody and we didn't have RJ, our guys really talked about playing for those two guys.
There's assistant coach Rick Ray after the Buffaloes get the win over number 15 Miami in Brooklyn. Our camera guy Derek's inside the sauna now, the infrared sauna, and we're going to let him out because we think he might pass out. But Adam Ringler, assistant strength and conditioning coach here at the University of Colorado, joining us here. Okay, tell us about this whole deal. You guys actually got some insight and advice from the academic side before you bought this.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked to Dr. Lowry in the integrated physiology department. Come on in.
All right.
In the integrated physiology department. And he primarily researches, heat therapy, whole body hypertherapy, and looking at markers of depression, well-being. So when we met with Dr. 4 or 5 years ago, it was a real big catalyst for us to be able to get this sauna and try to do some things to help better our student athletes' experience here at Colorado, improve their mental health, improve their well-being, essentially try to help from a psychological health and performance standpoint.
You know what's amazing here, when you think of college athletics years ago and strength and conditioning coaches, There were a couple of meatheads that threw some weights out, and that's
Yep.
what you guys did.
Yep.
Now it's a total body, total person experience you guys are trying to address.
Yeah, I think it's the holistic approach to the development of a student athlete. Yes, we're going to train hard. Yes, we're going to work our athletes, but we also, again, prioritize the recovery of our athletes and the holistic experience of our student athletes.
Yeah. Is that a little bit more rewarding experience, doing what you do now compared to what it was 20 years ago?
Yeah, it's not just about throwing weights around. It's not about how heavy we can get the bar. It's about making sure that our athletes develop and then leave University of Colorado with degrees, championships, and a health of skills that can take on for the rest of their lives.
Great stuff. How much time does Steve spend in there?
I mean, too much.
I bet, yeah. He's got to test it out. That's what he's saying, testing it out. Infrared new sauna here at the University of Colorado for our student athletes. Adam Ringler, Steve Englehart joining us here for a couple of minutes. Men's basketball getting the win over number 15 Miami coming up next. How about the CU women are ranked 8th in the country and rolling right now? We're going to talk with Frida Foreman.